Good afternoon and welcome to this JaxFax webinar training session. Thank you all for being here today. We do appreciate that you took time out of your busy day to join us. Today we have Elena Maloney again, the Northeast BDM for SITA World Tours. She'll be doing a presentation today on exploring all that Europe has to offer. This year, with the increased frequency of air service to Europe from gateways across the U.S., as well as the increased service from the low-cost carriers, combined with the value of the dollar versus the euro, makes the outlook for travel to Europe this year very strong. And Elena will share with us what your clients have to look forward to once they arrive. After Elena's presentation, there will be time for questions, so please send us any that you may have in the area provided. Alternatively, you're welcome to contact either Elena or myself directly with any comments or questions you may have about today's webinar. You'll see our email addresses there on the screen. I can be reached at doug@jaxfax.com, and Elena's email is elenam@sitatours.com. And now I will turn things over to Elena so she can start her presentation.
Hello and welcome. Thank you all for joining us today. We have a lot to go through, so I am going to start right away and go through all that we have to offer. Before we talk about Europe, I just wanted to take a moment to talk about SITA World Tours. So why should you choose to work with SITA? We were established in 1933. We're celebrating over 83 years of excellence. We offer you, the travel agent, the ease of proposals and reservations. We strive to provide our quotes and proposals quickly and efficiently. We can offer a choice of luxury, deluxe, first-class accommodations on all of our programs. We offer escorted, locally hosted, and independent programs. We will work with you to do customized, tailor-made programs, and especially in Europe, we excel at that. We have very experienced travel specialists. In fact, I think our travel consultants are amazing. They average over 18 years of experience selling their destinations. You know when you call in that you have an expert helping you. We have a special group division, and we're a proud USTOA member. So what can we offer you in Europe? You can discover Europe in over 33 different countries. We offer small group tours or European river cruises also. We have small group coach tours in over 11 countries throughout Europe. We offer river cruises on 7 rivers. Value seat and coach tours in 17 countries, and customized FITs and pre and post cruise arrangements. We can help you with all of that. So with Europe, I just sort of broke down the area into 4 distinct regions. In Northern Europe, we have Austria, Czech Republic, Germany, Slovakia, Switzerland, Scandinavian countries. In Western Europe, we offer Belgium, France, Holland, or the Netherlands, Luxembourg, Ireland, Great Britain. Eastern Europe, Hungary, Poland, Russia, Turkey, the Baltics area. Southern Europe, we have Croatia, Greece, Italy, Portugal, and Spain. So I have those arranged in those orders that I'll take you through all of them now. Austria has a very charming capital of Vienna, and it's located right on the Danube. The gateway cities are Vienna, but Munich, right over the border in southern Germany, may offer also a wonderful gateway to Austria. In fact, some of our coach tours, the best of Austria, it actually begins in Munich. And we also offer Austria as a tour combination with Germany or with Switzerland. Best time to travel is April to early October and for the Christmas markets. A visa is not required when visiting Austria. And also just remember that Austrians speak German, but English is very widely understood as you're traveling along. Some of the highlights: Schönbrunn Palace, the Opera House, and Heroes' Gates are must-sees in Vienna. Linz is a picturesque town on the Danube. Salzburg, with Castle Fortress, it provides a beautiful view of the city. A guided tour will take you to the Pleasure Palace of Hellbrunn with its 400-year-old water garden. Melk has Austria's greatest Baroque abbey. It's visited both on our coach tours and on a river cruise. Innsbruck, it actually hosted the Winter Olympics twice, and it's impressive with its 800-year-old inner city. In Austria, SITA offers coach tours, river cruising, and fully customized FITs for this country. So we move on to the Czech Republic. After the fall of the Iron Curtain, Czechoslovakia split into the Czech Republic and Slovakia, two independent countries. Prague is its capital and its main place to visit for most Americans. It's also the gateway city. Best time to travel, April to October. No visas are required. Some of the must-sees or places to visit in the Czech Republic. In Prague, you have the Charles Bridge. It actually started being built in 1357. Prague Castle is actually the official residence of the president, and it dates back to the 9th century. Karlovy is formerly known as Carlsbad. It's a spa town situated in western Bohemia. Český Krumlov is a small town in southern Bohemia region. It's also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. In the Czech Republic, SITA offers customized FITs and river cruising. Germany. Germany geographically is the center of the European Union. The gateways are Berlin, Frankfurt, and Munich. There's many nonstop flights from many U.S. gateways. Two major rivers cross this country. The Rhine flows northward while the Danube heads east. Both rivers, of course, offer all river cruises. Best time to travel is April to October, and of course for the Christmas markets. And no visa is required. In Berlin, the Brandenburg Gate is the former city gate, which was built in 1788 as a neoclassic triumphal arch. It's been half a century since the end of World War II and the reunification of the land between East and West. Today, this gate is fully restored. Charlottenburg Palace is Berlin's largest palace. And please note there's many UNESCO World Heritage castles and parks which make for a great visit just outside of Berlin. One of the most famous is Sanssouci, the beloved summer residence of Frederick the Great. Cologne Cathedral is another UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's the largest Gothic church in Northern Europe, and it's Germany's most visited landmark. The building of this cathedral was actually started in the 13th century. The Rhine River is the 12th longest river in the world. The Rhine Gorge is part of the upper middle Rhine south of Cologne. It was added to the World Heritage Sites in 2002. Heidelberg, one of my favorite little towns, is a Baroque style of old town, and it dates back to the 5th century. This town actually suffered very little damage during the bombing in World War II, and it was the headquarters for the U.S. Armed Forces after 1945. Freiburg is statistically Germany's sunniest city. It actually holds the record for the highest temperatures ever recorded in Germany. It's also the gateway to the Black Forest. The Black Forest is a wooded mountain range located in southwest Germany. The Danube River originates here. From Munich, you can use that as a base to visit any of King Ludwig's castles nestled in the foothills of the Bavarian Alps. SITA offers coach tours, small group country roads touring, river cruises, and of course customized FITs in Germany. And I also want to make a special note that we have a special tour highlighting the 500th anniversary of Martin Luther. We can offer this tour for FITs or for groups. If you're interested, please contact SITA for that special tour. We then move on to Slovakia. It represents the eastern part of the old Czechoslovakia. Bratislava is its capital and main gateway. Best time to travel, April to October, and no visa is required. Some places to visit here. Bratislava is located on the banks of the Danube. It's also directly across from Austria and Hungary. In fact, the three countries come together right at this point. It's a port stop on any Danube River cruises. The castle, the Bratislava Castle, it's a permanent structure on Castle Hill overlooking the river. And it was actually the seat of Queen Maria Theresa of the Habsburg dynasty, and it actually became a prestigious royal seat. Kosice is Slovakia's second largest city. It's in the country's east, and it has a well-preserved historical center with many Gothic, Baroque, and Art Nouveau styles. The Carpathian Wooden Churches is actually a World UNESCO site. It actually consists of 9 wooden religious buildings that were built between the 16th and 18th century, and they're actually found in 8 different locations throughout the country. In this area, SITA offers customized FITs and river cruises. We move on to Switzerland, one of my absolute favorite countries. It's a landlocked country in the Alpine region. It has one of the highest nominal wealth per adult in the world. Gateways are Zurich and Geneva. The official Swiss languages are German, French, Italian, and Romansh, which is actually a descendant of the ancient language spoken in the Roman Empire. Please note, English is widely understood and spoken throughout the country. Best time to travel, May to October. No visa required for U.S. citizens. Some of the places to visit in Switzerland. Bern is the Swiss capital, and it has a historic old town, again a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Geneva is the second most popular city and a world center for finance and diplomacy. The seat of several UN agencies are located here in Geneva. Montreux lies at the northeastern shore of Lake Geneva. Here you can find Chateau Chillon. It was actually a well-known popular resort way back when. Lord Byron and Mary Shelley wrote some of their best works there. In fact, Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein while spending time in this region. Zermatt lies at the foot of Switzerland's highest peak, the Matterhorn. It's a famous mountaineering and ski resort area. The St. Moritz area is protected by high mountains and famous for its sunny climates, beautiful landscapes, and outdoor activities. In Switzerland, SITA offers coach tours, small group country roads tour program, and customized FITs. So we now move up to the north to the Scandinavia region, which consists of Sweden, Norway, Finland, and Denmark. There are, of course, some of the most northern parts of the European continent. Gateway cities include Stockholm, Helsinki, Oslo, and Copenhagen. Best time to travel is May to September. When you visit the area in June and July, they're the longest days with the midnight sun. And no visa is required for U.S. citizens. So some of the places to visit. In Sweden, you'll pass through the county of Värmland. Here you'll see Swedish landscapes with fertile farmland, blue lakes, thick forests, and it evokes an atmosphere of intriguing fairy tales. In Stockholm, which is also known as the beauty on the water, it really is one of the most beautiful capitals in the world. It's built on 14 islands and protected by the sea by Skargarten, the archipelago in that region. Some of the sightseeing in the area is the Old Town with the Royal Palace, the Cathedral, and the famous City Hall. Oslo is Scandinavia's oldest capital. It was founded in 1048. It's a very pleasant and casual city with an interesting jumble of historical and modern architecture. You can enjoy a walk around the park that has unique sculptures, also see the City Hall and the Royal Palace. Bergen is situated on a peninsula surrounded by 7 mountains. The history of Bergen is closely connected with the sea, and it's very noticeable in the city, especially along the waterfront. Helsinki is truly located at the crossroads of Western and Eastern culture, and this is reflected everywhere in this green and lively Finnish capital. Sightseeing tour usually will take you around the harbors when you're in Helsinki. You can visit Senate Square with the Lutheran Church, Parliament Building, Finlandia Hall, famous Church in the Rock. And then in Denmark, Copenhagen is Scandinavia's largest and most lively city. It's also known as Europe's most romantic capitals, with old castles, churches, charming squares, and harbors. One of the city treasures is the Little Mermaid guarding the port. In this region, we offer coach tours and customized SITs. We now move on to Belgium. Officially, the Kingdom of Belgium is a federal monarchy, and it's actually a founding member of the European Union. It hosts the EU headquarters in Brussels, which also, Brussels is its capital and major gateway. Best time to travel are March through October, and no visa is required. As the de facto capital of the European Union, Brussels' roots are from the 10th century. It actually was founded by the descendants of Charlemagne. The city is famous for its diverse architecture and monuments, as well as superb chocolates and world-class beer. Ghent in the Middle Ages became one of the largest and richest cities in Europe. Much of the city's medieval architecture remains intact and is remarkably well preserved. Bruges' historic center is a prominent UNESCO World Heritage Site. At one time, it was considered the chief commercial city in the world, and it was actually known by the Southern European merchant organizations way back when. Its stock market opened in 1309. One of its nicknames for Bruges is the Venice of the North because of all the canals that run throughout the city, as you can see from that photo there. Antwerp is Belgium's second largest city and a major port. It too offers well-preserved merchant house architecture. Antwerp has a sizable Jewish population before the war, and today is again a major European center for Orthodox Judaism. Sorry, couldn't say that word. In Belgium, SITA offers customized FITs and river cruises. France. The French Republic, as it's officially known, has been a major economic power since the late Middle Ages. During the 19th and earliest 20th century, it possessed the second largest colonial empire. It has the world's fifth largest military budget, the third largest stockpile of nuclear weapons, and the second largest diplomatic corps. It actually is in the top 2 nations in terms of international visitors. Everyone wants to go to France, in particular Paris. This country really can be visited year-round, and of course, no visas are required. Capital, major gateway, and most popular city is Paris. Of course, we all know the major sites to be seen in Paris. Normandy actually encompasses 5% of the French territory and lies in the north of the country. It actually derived its name from the Viking settlements that were here 1,000 years ago. The Allied invasion of 1944 took place here. Some of the major towns are Rouen, Caen, Le Havre, to name a few. Lyon is known for its historical and architectural landmarks. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's conveniently located or linked to Paris by the TGV train. The city of Arles in southern France are also UNESCO World Heritage. There are many Roman and Romanesque monuments throughout. The famous Dutch painter Van Gogh lived here, producing over 300 paintings during his time in this area. Nice is actually France's 5th largest city, offering natural beauty and a mild climate, which came to the attention of British aristocrats in the second half of the 18th century. Many spent their winters in this area. Nice is also home to the Picasso Museum. In France, SITA offers customized FITs and river cruises. Holland, or the Netherlands as it's officially known. Holland is actually just a western province in the Kingdom of the Netherlands, but most people refer to this area as Holland. Amsterdam is its major gateway and capital. It can be visited year-round, and U.S. citizens do not need a visa. The most visited city is Amsterdam, of course. It's one of the most important world ports during the Dutch Golden Age in the 17th century. And Amsterdam is its cultural and constitutional capital. The modern city of Arnhem originates in 1233, but the oldest archaeological findings of human activity here go back over 17,000 years. It actually was the site of a famous battle in World War II. Den Haag, or The Hague, is seat of the Dutch government, Parliament, Dutch Supreme Court, and the Council of States, but not its capital. The Hague is also the residence of the Dutch royal family, and several royal palaces can be found throughout the city. Willemstad is a small historical town with well-preserved fortifications. Here one can see one of several modern flood defenses the Dutch has built to protect their low-lying country. In the Netherlands, SITA offers customized FITs and river cruises. Luxembourg, or correctly the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg, is a small independent country situated between France, Germany, and Belgium. Luxembourg City is its gateway and capital, but you can easily reach this country from Frankfurt or Brussels. Best time to travel is April through October, and no visa is required. Luxembourg City is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It is a world banking and financial center with the second highest GDP per capita in the world. It is the seat of several European Union institutions. The north of the country is part of the Ardennes mountain region. The region has extensive forests and rolling hills. It became famous for battles in both World War I and World War II. The Moselle River, a tributary of the Rhine, actually flows through the country on its way east and can be visited as part of river cruises on that river. We offer customized FITs and, of course, river cruises. Great Britain. It's also, of course, known as the UK or United Kingdom. It consists of England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Main gateways are London, Manchester, and Edinburgh. Best time to travel, March to November, and no visas are required. A visit to England would most likely include London, and of course we all know the big sites there: Buckingham Palace, Big Ben, Parliament, Westminster Abbey, St. Paul's Cathedral, the Tower, the Crown Jewels, the British Museum, and so much more. Other areas to visit: the Cotswolds. It's an area famous for hundreds of honey-colored limestone villages in beautiful rural setting. The Peaks District National Park became the first national park in the UK in 1951. The moors, you always hear about the moors. The moors are located in the northern Dark Peak area. The Lakes District is home to idyllic villages, high moorlands, and picturesque lakes. Literary buffs will enjoy Wordsworth's Dove Cottage or a visit to the world of Beatrix Potter. In Scotland, a visit would be definitely to Edinburgh. Here you can see the castle, Holyrood Palace, the Scott Monument, and more. Other places to visit in Scotland are Loch Lomond, the largest lake in all of Great Britain, inspired the song written in 1841, The Bonny Banks of Loch Lomond. Or how about a visit to Loch Ness, located in the Highlands just southwest of Inverness. Here you can search for the elusive Nessie, or the Loch Ness Monster. In the heart of Scotland lies the magnificent valley of the River Dee. The river flows through some of Scotland's finest scenery. In the valley lies the Royal Balmoral Castle, summer home to the royal family. One of the highlights of a visit in Wales is Snowdonia National Park. It boasts a vast area of natural beauty and unique scenery. Both the scenery and the activities that can be done here are so diverse that anyone will find something that will suit their taste. In this region, we offer small group country roads touring and customized FITs. Then we move over to Ireland, or the Emerald Isle. Here we're going to talk about all of Ireland, including Northern Ireland. Gateway cities are Dublin, Belfast, and Shannon. Best time to travel, April to October, and no visa is required. Places to visit, of course, Dublin. It's the capital and largest city in Ireland. Must-see include the oldest university in Ireland, Trinity College, a visit to the charming neighborhood of the Temple Bar, or how about going over to the Guinness Storehouse to learn how Guinness is made and have a taste. Kilkenny Castle was built in 1195, the first Earl of Pembroke. Or, of course, most people will think a visit to Ireland would not be complete without a stop at Blarney Castle, where you can kiss the Blarney Stone and gain the gift of eloquence. The Ring of Kerry is a long circular drive through the southwest of Ireland. Beautiful, mystical scenery abound. The Giant Causeway, it's an area of 40,000 interlocking columns, the result of an ancient volcanic eruption, obviously a World UNESCO Heritage Site. Or how about a visit to Belfast in Northern Ireland? Here tourists can visit the world's largest exhibition of Titanic history. The museum is actually built on the former shipyard where Titanic was built. In Ireland, SITA offers small group country roads tour program and customized FITs. We now go back down to the mainland Europe, and we'll start with Hungary. The small country was once part of the Austrian-Hungarian Empire ruled by the Habsburgs in Vienna. The capital and gateway city is Budapest. Best time to travel, April to October, and no visa is required. Budapest is often cited as one of Europe's most beautiful capitals. It boasts numerous UNESCO sites. Eger in the north is best known for its castles and thermal baths as well as for its wine. Lake Balaton is the largest freshwater lake in Central Europe. In Sopron, visitors admire the large number of buildings reflecting medieval architecture. Here in Hungary, we offer coach tours, river cruises, and customized FITs. Poland is a country of great cultural wealth. There's 14 UNESCO World Heritage Sites within the country. The capital and gateway is Warsaw. Berlin can also serve as a gateway. Best time to travel is June to September, and no visa is required. Besides Warsaw with its cultural offering, Gdańsk on the Baltic Sea is important as Poland's principal seaport. It contains a historic inner city, and it was the birthplace of the Solidarity movement. Turin is a medieval old city, and it's, of course, a World Heritage Site. One of the oldest towns in Poland. It was actually the birthplace of Copernicus. Ostrotomsky is the oldest part of the city of Wrocław. The 13th century main market square prominently displays the old town hall. Of course, you can have the chilling visit to Auschwitz. It was a main extermination camp under the Third Reich. Approximately 1 in 6 Jews were killed here during the Holocaust. Krakow is Poland's second largest city and is cited as one of Europe's most beautiful cities. Its entire old town is UNESCO listed. Here SITA offers coach tours and customized FITs. The Russian Federation is actually the largest country in the world and occupies large portions of Europe and Asia. Moscow is its capital, and gateways are Moscow and St. Petersburg. Best time to travel, May to September. This is one country where U.S. citizens do need a visa. Right now it's about $140. Moscow is the political and wealth center of modern Russia. It actually boasts the largest number of billionaires in any world city. Uglitch's city center features beautiful samples of old Russian architecture. Yaroslavl's historic inner city is listed as UNESCO World Heritage Site. Goritsky Monastery of Resurrection is a Russian Orthodox female convent with an interesting history and museum. St. Petersburg is Russia's second largest city and its former imperial capital. It's the world's northernmost city with over 5 million inhabitants and contains over 100 museums, including the world-famous Hermitage. In Russia, SITA offers coach tours, river cruises, and customized FITs. The Baltic region, which includes Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania, are located in the northern part of Europe. They're bordered on the Gulf of Finland to the north, the Baltic Sea to the west, Poland to the south, Belarus and Russia to the east. Gateway cities are Tallinn, Riga, and Vilnius. Best time to travel, April through September, and no visas are required. In Estonia, Tallinn is its capital and largest city. It's a charming blend of medieval tranquility and modern urban life. The medieval Old Town is a busy place in the summer with its many shops, galleries, markets, outdoor cafes, and restaurants. Tartu is a university town where Estonia gained its statehood. It has a charming old town, and the university was founded in 1632. In Latvia, Riga was founded in 1201 by a German bishop, and it's the largest of the 3 Baltic capitals. It really boasts a kaleidoscope of various architectural styles. Down in Lithuania, we have Vilnius, which is the capital. It's known for more than 1,200 medieval buildings and 48 churches. Trakai is a medieval capital of Lithuania. Here you can visit the well-preserved castle, and it's beautifully located on an island in the middle of the lake. In the Baltics, we offer coach tours, biking tours, walking tour programs, and customized FITs. We now go down towards the south, and we'll start with Croatia. Croatia was one of several countries that emerged from the breakup of the former Yugoslavia. Zagreb is its capital. It really is a treasure when you think of how beautiful the coastline of Croatia is. It starts from Italy to the north and then ends down in Dubrovnik on the Adriatic Sea. No visa is required for U.S. citizens. Zagreb dates back to ancient Roman times. Its main international airport is located here. Croatia National History Museum holds one of the world's most important collections of Neanderthal remains found on one site. Split is a unique town because of its inner city, and it's centered on a structure of ancient Roman palace. Dubrovnik, this walled city, is a highlight for any visitor to Croatia. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Here, SITA offers coach tours, customized FITs, as well as small ship cruising through the charming Croatian islands along its beautiful coast. Greece is strategically located at the crossroads of Europe, Asia, and Africa. Modern Greece traces its roots to the civilization of ancient Greek, which is considered the cradle of all Western civilization. It's the birthplace of democracy, Western philosophy, the Olympic Games, Western literature, political science, and major scientific and mathematical principles. The main gateway is Athens. Best time to travel, March to November, and no visa is required. Of course, Athens is the gateway in the most popular site in all of Greece. Of course, you have the Acropolis and the Parthenon located there. Mycenae is an archaeological site in Greece. Here you can see the ancient beehive tombs. The island of Hydra is another gem in the Gulf. It has tiny cobbled lanes, secluded squares, and exquisitely preserved stone architecture. Olympia is the birthplace of the Olympic Games. Ithaca Island is the unique and tranquil home of Homer's Odysseus, I can't speak today. In Zavros, you can visit the Archaeological Museum. In Greece, SITA offers small group country roads tour programs and customized FITs. Italy, of course, very popular. You guys are probably very familiar with it. For centuries, it was the leading political and religious center of Western civilization. Rome, Milan, and Venice are the main gateways. Best time to travel, April to October, but really, any time could be a good time to visit. A visa is not required. Rome's history spans over 2,500 years. Vatican City is an independent country within Rome's city borders. Rome's ancient, medieval, and modern monuments are vast in numbers. Florence, the capital of Tuscany, is considered the birthplace of the Renaissance. You, of course, can visit and admire the UNESCO-listed historic center and the famous Ponte Vecchio Bridge. Venice, in all of its entirety, is listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It has been quoted as undeniably the most beautifully built city built by man. Milan is northern Italy's largest city and second most populous in the country. It's Italy's economic and financial center. It's been undergoing a massive urban renewal over the last couple of years. And there's Naples in the south. It has, it's an alluring southern city, attractive Mediterranean setting. Its famous volcano, Mount Vesuvius, dominates the landscape. It serves as a gateway to the Amalfi Coast, the famous Isle of Capri, and the historical wonders of Pompeii. Here in Italy, we can offer coach tours, small group country roads tours, or customized FITs. Portugal is located next to Spain on the Iberian Peninsula. It actually established itself in the 12th century, and it was really a military and economic powerhouse in its prime. Main gateway is Lisbon. Best time to travel, March to October. No visa is required. Lisbon delights in its beautiful setting. Traditional trams are found throughout the city, some which date back to early 20th century. There's many museums. A unique one is the National Coach Museum. It contains the largest collection of royal coaches in the world. Porto is the second largest city in Portugal. The Douro River cruises commence here. The Old Town is a World UNESCO Site, and you can reach Fatima from this area, the religious site of Fatima. Here in Portugal, SITA offers coach tours, river cruises, and customized FITs. Spain is located, of course, also on the Iberian Peninsula. Its gateway cities are Barcelona and Madrid. Best time to travel, March to October, and no visa is required for U.S. citizens. Barcelona is Spain's second largest city. It has one of the world's leading tourist, economic, trade fair, and cultural centers. Of course, the highlight includes the impressive unfinished cathedral. Madrid is its capital and largest city in Spain. South of Madrid is Toledo, the former capital of Spain. Here it's brimming with hundreds of years of history and known locally as the Imperial City. And Cordoba has a rich North African architectural heritage. A visit wouldn't be complete without visiting the Mosque Cathedral of Cordoba. Seville is the capital and largest city in Andalusia. Highlights of this fascinating and vibrant city include a stroll through the Jewish quarter to the impressive cathedral. Granada was the last stronghold of the Moorish Empire in southern Spain. It fell in 1492. Alhambra is the breathtaking Moorish palace and fortress that you can go visit there. Here in Spain, SITA offers coach tours, small group country roads tours, river cruises, and customized FITs. So that was very quickly going through all of the countries in Europe. Just wanted to take a moment to talk about what tours we have. We have two different distinct tour programs listed on our website. We have guaranteed departures. These are value join-in tours which offer a solid tour experience for travelers, either visiting a given European country for the first time or if they wish to limit their spending. Value tours are offered throughout Europe. Accommodations on these are 4-star hotels, touring in luxury coaches, and tour directors of highest professional standards. On our guaranteed departure trips, you can join in a tour on a larger luxury motor coach or a small coach, and that really depends on in each country it's different, or on the departure. So I just wanted to point out a couple of samples of one. Here's two in Italy. We have Flavors of Tuscany, a 7-day, starting in Rome, going to Siena, Lucca, Pisa, La Spezia, Cinque Terre, or enchanting South and Flavors of Tuscany, which is a 12-day that, besides all of the places I listed on the Flavors of Tuscany, it also goes to Naples, Pompeii, Capri, Chianti. We also have highlights of Germany and Austria. This one is 11-day. Clients will visit Heidelberg Castle, 2 of King Ludwig's castles, Neuschwanstein and Linderhof, Munich, Vienna, and Salzburg. We also have country roads touring, and these are unique small group escorted tours that highlight the best of Europe. It's for the client who wants to experience Europe in a unique way. There's more to these itineraries than simply taking you to the important sites in major cities. You travel in a small group of 18 or less. Leisurely pace and scenic roads get you close to each destination's uniqueness. Charming hotels, authentic experiences, dining with locals in the restaurants, mingling with these locals. So it really gives a unique touring experience. On every country road, your clients will experience scenic country roads while traveling in a purpose-built van with panoramic windows. You can actually see in the picture here what the inside of that van looks like. Maximum 18 passengers. Departures are guaranteed with 4 passengers. With a small group, you can experience more. Just please note, these tours do sell out fast because they're small groups. They're designed to be leisurely paced, and you stay in really unique accommodations like this chateau in France, villa in Tuscany, underground hotel in Cappadocia. Authentic local experiences. For example, this picture is from a school of stonemasonry in Croatia, where you can see them teaching the young people the ancient art, or a black cab tour of Belfast, Ireland. You really have a chance to get up close and personal with the locals and learn about their everyday life. There's culinary experiences like cooking class with a Contessa at her villa in Tuscany, learning how to prepare and enjoy tapas in Spain. Of course, you also get to enjoy sangria. Specialty restaurants. So that gives you an idea of our tour programs that we offer with SITA. Please know we can fully customize your client's vacation. Our destination specialists will design tailor-made tours to fit your client's budget, dates of travel, and special needs. We can combine full tours or portions of tours. Stopovers and extensions can be arranged. We know everyone has special interests. We're happy to arrange programs that include these. We can offer air-inclusive or land-only, and we can help you also with pre- and post-cruise options in any of our destinations. We can help to assist you with group bookings. We can support your efforts to close the sale, provide consumer evenings, print flyers to help market the group, and of course offer customer support with any questions for your group. This is a copy of our main tour digest. We offer over 90 different exotic destinations around the world, all throughout Europe, Asia, India, Africa and the Middle East, South and Central America, Australia, New Zealand. If you don't have any in your office, please feel free to go onto our website and order some of our tour digest. All of our day-by-day itineraries, dates, and prices can also be found on our website, which is www.sitatours.com. We do have a travel agent section. It can be accessed through our main website on the bottom right-hand corner, or else you can use this link to get in there. We have a section called Country Profiles where you can find information about countries around the world. Also a library of past recorded webinars that you can listen to at your convenience. We do have an agent incentive going on right now. For every booking you make, we will, as a thank you, give you an $83 American Express gift card. Why 83? It's to celebrate our 83rd year in business. This is over and above your commission. It's a thank you. The only conditions: you have to be registered in our agent service program. Deposits must be paid by the end of this year, and clients have to travel by the end of March. So how do you book all your clients to Europe? You can send us an email to our general email address, sitatours@sitatours.com, or I find it even easier, dial our 1-800 number, 1-800-421-5643. Press 1 for the reservations number and then to the right department. For Europe, it's 4, and you'll be immediately connected to our destination specialist. So that takes me to the end of our program. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
Great. Thank you, Elena. That was a lot of great information in a short amount of time. And that kind of pertains to our first question. She comments that she loved the presentation and had the perfect amount of information. She was asking if she could get a copy of the presentation.
Absolutely.
She knows, you have a copy of it on your website. jacksfax.com will also have a copy of all the webinars that have been done. I don't know if there's anything you want to add to that.
I would just say you can feel free to send me an email. My email is listed there on the screen, alenam@sitatours.com. Let me just go back to that, sorry. And that's my email address. I'm happy to provide you with the slides themselves too.
Perfect.
I'm trying to get back to that page, sorry. There you go. I'm happy to answer any questions. I know it was a lot of information in a short amount of time, so any questions on any of those, please feel free to contact me.
Super. I think that was the only, oh, maybe we do have one other question here. Oh, it's somebody requesting copies of the brochures. I'll forward you that information.
Okay. Again, our website, you can go right onto our website, sitatours.com, to get order the tour digests.
Perfect. Okay, well, Elena, thank you very much again, and travel agents, thank you for taking the time to attend this webinar today. I hope you found it informational. Please keep an eye on your inboxes for future webinars, and I hope everybody has a great day. Thank you for being part of this.
Thank you.